Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARM. So this project is in collaboration with the Ministry of Human Settlements and Development of BARM and the local government of Pikit. Next slide. So this is the project team, composite team between the Ministry of Human Settlements and Development and us from the legendary team. So this is supported by their director, Director Suharto Wahab, and other stakeholders in their jurisdiction. So the main problem that we have seen so far based on our initial analysis is that BARM faces housing challenges, including the lack of adequate and standard housing and human settlements, leading to high displacement rates, aggravating health, social, and economic issues. So in 2002, 467,300 people were displaced in BARM due to conflict and natural disasters. So majority of these displaced individuals come from the province of Maguindanao and the special geographic area, highlighting the urgent need for effective housing and human settlement solutions in the region. Next. So the main development challenge that we want to address is the lack of safe, adequate, and standard housing for BARM. So due to the following reasons. Next slide. Lack of lack of social acceptance to some government-funded housing projects, limited access to socialized housing in BARM, and the absence of policy for housing standards in the region. Next. So this is the pressing development challenge that we found in BARM, and we conducted a survey with the officers of our partner ministry, the MHSD, as to what specific area are they most challenged, and the results pointed out to the special geographic area of BARM. So the FGA lies within the catchment areas of the Mindanao River Basin, the second largest catch basin in the Philippines. And there is a significant number of IDPs, both human-induced and natural disasters in the area, and the absence of a local governing body for the SGA. And these areas, the 63 barangays, are formerly part of the 6 municipalities in North Cotabato in Region 12. So these are geographically dispersed. Next. So we partnered with the local government of Pikit in North Cotabato as the mostly, or 22 out of their barangays became part of the BARM. So this municipality is greatly impacted by the 2019 plebiscite, since more than half of their area now belong to BARM. And aside from this, they are also included in the hazard-prone areas in the BARM and SGA. Next. So through the interfacing with the community, the project team was able to come up with the objective of providing safe, adequate, and standard housing for BARM. Subsequently, we crafted an alternative analysis to delineate the objectives that we will look at this project. So for this project, DALPA, we will just focus on the housing standards that are socially acceptable to the community, and we will no longer look at the socialized housing aspect, because as we have seen in our analysis earlier, the limited access to socialized housing in BARM is caused by the absence of investors in the area. So the intervention of socialized housing would be one of the alternatives to this project or problem. Next. So the main objective, out of those analyses, the main objective of this project will then be the co-creation of housing policy to support the Bangsamoro government through our partner ministry, the Ministry of Human Settlement Development, in their capacity and efficiency building efforts in providing adequate, resilient, and affordable housing, and at the same time to promote housing harmonization in housing policies, programs, and projects throughout the region, taking into consideration the case of the special geographic area. Specifically, we aim to conduct a comprehensive assessment of the existing laws, policies, and programs and projects related to housing development, both at the national and regional and in the parlance of BARM, with a focus on SGA, and we also have identified policy gaps and challenges in the current housing development landscape of BARM, and identify the housing perspectives also of the local citizens, planners, leaders, local and regional leaders, and legislators from the even from the academe as inputs to our policy recommendations. So we would want to come up with conducive policies and strategies to harmonize housing policies, regulations and standards, and housing projects for medium to long-term development of SGA and BARM. So our next steps will then be to further conduct data gathering through desk reviews and interface with the local stakeholders. As we have mentioned earlier, we are partnering right now with the LGU of Pikit. We are targeting to conduct further interviews and study on the local stakeholders, and we would like to come up with a policy framework for the delivery of basic housing projects in the SGA, using the case point of the municipality of Pikit, and draft a policy for approval of the Bangsamoro Transition Authority through the MHSD, and draft EO or executive order or Sangguniang Bayan resolution through the local government of Pikit, with the overall impact or our project objective or outcome of the provision of safe, adequate, and standard housing for BARM. Next. So as our legendary team would like to leave this quote to all of us: shelter is a crucial step towards breaking the cycle of poverty, and according to United Nations, housing is not a privilege, but it is a right. That's all for the legendary team. Thank you very much.
Questions?
Yung sa SGA, what is the population there? How many, what's the target number of units that you can, that you're looking at?
Perhaps before that, Dan, I think Katie should show them, if you have a map of Pikit, and within Pikit are the SGAs, so that the class would have an idea on what SGAs are within Pikit.
There's a slide that you showed earlier. Maybe you could go back to that.
If you could explain why Pikit is, is part of this capstone.
So parang the other map is more focused on the SGA. Yan ba yun? Or is it the other one? Yan. So, sige, can you tell us a little more about the SGA?
Hello. So the red part, Prof, is the entire area of SGA, and in the lower part of it, pwede cursor, sir? Yung, ay hindi, yung ganyan. Ano naman siya. The lower part, yung itong banda. Ganyan na first. Opo, oo. Sorry. Sige, sa may itong, yung ito na part. Sir. Ay. Kairam na lang ng mouse. Sorry. Back mo muna. Back. I-back. Ayan eh.
This is part of BARM, no?
Yes, Prof.
Oo.
Yes, Prof.
Wow.
So this is the SGA, Prof. Itong area na to.
Oo.
The red ones. And this part and the lower part is the Pikit. So the area is actually 22 out of the 43 barangays in SGA is from Pikit. So
Oo.
that's almost half of the SGA in Pikit. And on the part of Pikit, almost half also of their previews or of their jurisdiction became part of BARM after the 2019 plebiscite.
Oo.
It's 22 out of 42. So 20 barangays, only 20 barangays were left from them after the plebiscite. So
Barangays are farm.
yes.
BARM. Oo.
So that is also a challenge because those barangays in Pikit are also they are also tawag niyan, this napapaligiran sila ng non-BARM areas.
Oo. Yeah. The reason I ask is my understanding is that this is the approach is you want to develop a model housing program, no, in the area that can be replicated throughout BARM. Tama, di ba?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oo. So I was wondering, in this pilot, what is the size of the population that you want to that you're targeting, and how many number of units are we talking about?
Sir, actually, we have only made the initial coordination with the municipality of Tikit because we have focused on that municipality based on the reason that almost half of its barangay joined the BARM, sir.
Mm.
So from that, sir, we could figure out of the population, and then we could have the design of a number of units that we could be established or be constructed based on the policies that could be generated on this concept.
So you don't have that figure right now?
Yes,
no?
sir.
That's part of what you're going to
Yes, sir.
study.
Because before, sir, we have started our interviews and survey really in Cotabato City, but because of the concept of bridging leadership, we went to the we refocus our concern to the SGA because we have learned that though that they are previously we are in they are in from Region 13, they joined the BARM, so they felt like so isolated at this point after the creation of BOL, sir.
Yeah. My question is, Kwan, you mentioned kasi kanina, Kate, that you're not considering private investors, or that's one of your options for financing. Ang dami na kasing attempt to do public housing, di ba? So I'm wondering, meron na ba kayong naisip na iba't ibang approaches for your study? Kasi if private investment is one of them, what are the other options? Or are you going to discover that palang after you do your study?
Actually, Prof, based on our initial interface with the MHSD, because socialized housing is also another facet of it. So perhaps it will be a bigger project if we also take it into consideration. So for now, we will want to focus on those government funded projects first. But later on, perhaps depending on the further analysis or further desk reviews that we will have, we are still yet to craft another probably it will still depend on how we will move forward together with our partners.
For your capstone, what we will expect is part of what you will deliver is a design of a housing program, and then its financing modalities no,
Yes, Prof.
for the particular catchment area that you are looking at. Okay, sige, I will wait for that. So I'm excited to see your model.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, sir.
If I get it correctly, Kate, Art, the idea here is the policy should straddle between two institutions, no? Pikit, municipality, and BARM. Tama ba? So they would form a memorandum of agreement on how to implement this because it needs to be inclusive, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Yes.
Okay. Just to be clear on what you are trying to design. Okay. From the class? Okay, so all right. So for the whole Pikit municipality, or select lang.
For now, Prof, we want it to be selected first.
Okay, those that
For the perhaps we will look at some barangay of
Last 2
perhaps a
minutes.
particular barangay for one for BARM and another for non-BARM, and then we will try to integrate.
yeah, the ones that are adjacent to each other.
Yes,
mean,
Prof.
okay.
We actually have an initial barangay in mind, the Fort Pikit and the Poblacion Pikit.
And that the population is not
It's not part of BARM.
BARM. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So-
I just have a question. This is
sure.
for my own
Sure.
understanding. I my you're saying that there are barangays that have chosen to be part of BARM. What is the implication of that within the whole governmental structure? I know I'm sorry I don't have any experience and I find it a little difficult to grasp.
It actually is, Prof.
Can
It's
you
very difficult.
enlighten me how it works?
Maybe I fear, Prof, that we should have a different discussion for that. That is quite complex, really.
Answer this. How is the governance now? Who's responsible? Is it BARM? Is it the municipality of Pikit? Who takes precedence? Let's say there's a decision that needs to be made. Who gets to say which is chosen? Yeah, I find it so.
Parang Taguig versus Makati ba yan? Ganun ba yung issue niya?
Prof, I'll try to answer or help it at the team. So during the BARM plebiscite, the Pikit Point North Cotabato is part of Region 12. And then they're not part of ARM. So then during the plebiscite, they decided to be part of BARM. So the 63 barangays, even for DepEd, the schools, they were extracted from
Time is
Region
up.
12 and transferred to the jurisdiction of BARM, wherein DepEd has a different org structure, wherein in BARM, CHED, DepEd, and TESDA are in one ministry. So marami siyang concerns, and then they created a new division office called SGA na. So
Kate, if I'm not mistaken, with Joey's question, I think this is where the need for institutions would come into play, no? I mean, through law, no? Through the BARM Parliament. I think that could be an avenue for you guys to explore as well. I mean, if parliamentarians could also take a look into this on who becomes the arbiter, the final arbiter when it comes to the governance issues.
Yes, Prof.
Thank you, sir.
Group 2,